Hello guys, welcome back to another video in which I'm gonna be yapping about books. Before anything else, I have been hearing people pronounce this word as soul, but I have always pronounced it soil. Am I saying it wrong? Am I saying it wrong? Have I been saying it wrong this entire time? I don't think I have, but I've heard two people say soul. So I'm wondering if maybe there's different pronunciations depending on the accent or something. Anyways, we're starting Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. Listen, I know nothing about this book except that it was written by B. Schwab, that it is a sapphic book, and that it has vampires in it. I know nothing else, but do I need anything else? No, I don't need anything else. So we're starting this. I thought that since I have a bit of free time this week, we could do a fun little challenge to see how much I actually read in a week. There are days I read more and others I read less, but I really wanted to do like a count of all the pages I read. It is already like 5 p.m. I have to watch a mad football match. Spain's playing in like an hour. Then I have rehearsal at 8. But since I have a free hour, I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna try and read for a little bit when I come back from rehearsal. Anyways, let's read. It's been a little bit. I've read for like half an hour, but I was taking a break and I saw a TikTok of a girl and she was talking about this show that has come out, this one, which is based on the book Every Summer After, I think it's called. And it's a book I wanted to read a few years ago, but I never got to it. And now that the show is out, I was like, you know what? I am wondering if I should just wait, because I don't have the book, I don't own it. So I was wondering if I should wait till I have the book, read the book, and then watch the show, or watch the show and then, because this has happened to me before where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna watch the show and then whatever, and then I watched the show, ended up liking it a lot, and after watching the show I was like, you know what, I want to read the book. But it was not the same thing as reading the book and then watching the show. So should I wait and get the book and then watch the show, or watch the show and that's it? Because obviously I don't want to wait, but I also know that if I watch the show and I like it, I'm gonna want to read the book. Anyways, little update. I don't know. Been reading the book. I'm really enjoying it. So far we have met 2 of the characters. We've met Maria and then we have met Lottie. And both of these stories so far are very interesting to me. But Maria's one, love her. I really want to know more about her. So I'll update you guys in a little bit. I just showered and I come bearing news. You know when I told you yesterday that I had read 50 pages and I was gonna read a little bit, but just a little bit more? I ended up reading 150 pages more. I ended up staying until 3 a.m. reading this book. I'm really enjoying this. So we have 3 POVs. We have 3 main characters. We have Sabine, who is from the 1500s. We have Charlotte, who is from the 1800s. And then we have Alice, whose POV is set in 2019. I don't know what year she was born in, but her POV is 2019. I love V. Schwab's writing, but in this one, I'm loving it even more. Like when I read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I was like, this woman's amazing, but this is something else. this is something else. It's such a good character study. Like, it doesn't actually have like a big plot with a lot of things that are going on. There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. And I'm loving it. Especially Sabine's part, Sabine's POV. Sabine's POV. I love it. We see her character kind of develop. I don't think it's such a growth, but it's such a great development from the 1500s where she's born, when she's born, to right now we're in the 1800s. You see the people she meets, you see the things she learns, which are a lot. You see her develop a new personality. We've not seen much of Charlotte so far, only one chapter. It's mostly been just Sabine. And the thing I'm loving about this also, it's supposed to be a romance. Nothing's happened yet. We're halfway through the book. Like, I don't know anything yet. It's such a slow burn too. I should be telling you how many pages I've read, and I was yapping about this book and I forgot. I read, I think it was 198 pages yesterday of this book, but I also started this one today. I've only read a chapter, so I'll update you guys on both of these books. But this I don't want it to end, guys. I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end. It's so good. Hello. It is Wednesday. I did end up reading a little bit more of both books. I'll put the data on the screen because I don't really remember, but I know it was about 100 pages more of this. So I'm on page 306. And then I ended up reading, I almost hit myself. Ended up reading about 80 something pages, 86 pages of this book. And you know what? You know when you're reading a book and you're like your eyes are reading, but your mind is somewhere else? That's what happened. That's what's happening to me with this book. I don't know if it's because I've only read it on my Kindle before going to bed, so it's kind of foggy, or because I'm not in the headspace to read this. Because honestly, the premise is really good. I do want to get to this. Like, I do want to finish it. I do want to read it. I do want to know what's happening. But for some reason, my brain is not braining when I read this. So I'm gonna try and read a little bit more of it when it's not like nighttime, to see if it's that. And maybe if not, I might have to softy it maybe read it some other time. It's just that I don't know. I've read 86 pages of this book and I still don't know a single thing that's going on. The only thing that I remember reading is that Mungo, the main character, has just met a boy that I think is going to be the love interest. I don't even know. But that's all I remember from the book. I know some things are happening with his mom and I don't even know. Maybe it's just because I need something lighter while reading this. But I'm having no trouble reading this. I don't know. Maybe I'm not in the mood for this. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I do feel like I'm not. Like I'm looking at the words, but I'm not reading anything. It's just weird. I don't know. For now, I have a coffee. I have a book. I'm going to continue reading this one because I really want to finish it. We've gone to a part where I think the characters that have been separate, their like plot lines have been separate for pretty much the whole thing until now. And I think they're gonna like intertwine. Let's just continue this. Let's just read this for a little bit and we'll see what happens with this one. Cause I don't know, I'll tell you in a bit. Guys, do you know how much I love a good love declaration? You have no idea. You have no idea. This is so good. Do you remember, guys, when I told you, I think it was Monday, that I was gonna go pick up some dresses for my dancing show? I have them. I have them. There's two of them. One of them's absolutely stunning, according to me. The other one, not so much. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the one that I think is not that pretty first. Because we're doing, I think I told you, but we're doing Swan Lake. So I'm doing 3 characters. So I have 3 dresses. One of them I haven't picked up yet because it's not ready. But here we have a black swan and the Spanish dance, which is 2 of the dances that I do. I'm gonna show you the Spanish dance first because it's the one that I think is the ugliest. I'm sorry, but it is true. Supposedly, this is what it has to look like, or what we had imagined in our heads that we were gonna get. But the amount of money that we could spend was not enough to get something like this, so we had to get this. What is this? What is this? Oh my god, this is... I have no words to describe this. Also, for some reason, because this is supposed to be a ballet dress, right? It's supposed to hold everything in place, right? It doesn't. I'm dancing, I'm jumping around, and my boobs are out all the fucking time. So we'll have to do something with it. I don't know what yet, but we'll have to do something. I don't know. And then the other one, I'm completely in love with this one. This one is, look at the detail. Look at the detail. Look at it. Look at it. I'm a black swan, guys. Well, I'm also a white swan. I'm doing all 3 of them. But look at this. Absolutely stunning. It's from Amazon though. Look at it. Yep. Quick stop before we continue. I just read a line in this book that's got me very confused. Because I don't understand the context of it. Like, we're not talking about that. Why? What? I'm gonna read the line to you, okay? It says, the man loosened his guts and farted into the night. Do you mean that literally? Do you mean he started farting into the night? I don't understand. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. Hello. It is Wednesday. I am almost finished with this book. And some things have changed. Some things have changed. These people are crazy. They're batshit crazy, and I love them. How can you do? I have like 100 and something pages left, and I am gonna finish it like right now. I'm gonna finish it now because I need to know more. Because how are we gonna fix everything in like 100 pages? Anyways, I read how much? I didn't read so that much yesterday. I'll put the total amount of pages here, but I don't remember. But I read a bit less than Monday and Tuesday. And then, hold on. I'm still kind of having like a hard time reading this. I don't know if it's just because I'm not intelligent enough or my brain's not doing a proper braining, but I'm not getting most of this. I'm hopeful that between today and tomorrow I can finish this and also make a good dent on this one. I don't know if I'm gonna keep reading it though. Not because I'm not liking it, but because I'm not paying attention to it. It might not be the right moment to read this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. She's crazy! Do you guys know how I told you that I loved Sabine? I'm terrified of her right now. What is going on? What's going on? She's doing some fucked up things. Wait. Let me just read this piece of... I don't know what even is this. Let me read this to you, because it's just, what the hell? But what is a soul, really? It lives in the mind, a peace you cannot see or touch, a prize you're told to shield for a time you cannot know. Easy enough to part with something so abstract when the alternative is freedom, when the promise is love. What are you trying to say, madam? I need to take a break. I'm gonna go make a coffee. I think I found another 5-star book. I love this. If I could have it engraved in my brain, I would. If I could have it pumped into my veins, I would. If I could have it tattooed on my face, I would. This is just too good. It's too good. I love how you can see the beginning of their story and how it transcends and how it changes them, and how, I don't know how to say it without spoiling it, but you can see the power dynamic that they have from the beginning, and you can see how it changes and how it evolves and how it evolves. Because in the beginning I was like, what does Alice have to do with all of this? She's important, guys. She is important, and I love her. I love every single one of the characters. I have a little soft spot for Alessandro. It's not a main character, but I love him. But the rest, oh my god. Supposedly in this book, from what I've learned, from what I think I got from this book, they're vampires, obviously, but they kind of like lose themselves into this world. I don't think I'm explaining myself very good, but I don't care. It's just, as their life goes on, they do not remain the same. They're not the same person. They change, they evolve, but in a bad way. They kind of get consumed from the inside by hunger, by their thirst, and their need of power, and you can see it. You can see it, you can read it, you can feel it in this book. It's just, oh my god. Oh my god, they are crazy. These are crazy women, and I love them. I love them. There's one that's especially crazy. She's insane. I don't care. She's great. She's an amazing character. The book ended and I was like, I need more. I need a second part. I don't think there's gonna be a second part because the book's nicely wrapped up, but I just need more. I need more, guys. This woman, V. Schwab, you've now become one of my favorite authors. I love you. I need to read every single book you've put out. In every single chapter, every single change of point of view, there would be one of these with the name and the art. And I loved it. I love this. Alice's, the beans, and then you have Charlotte's. How cool is that? Is this intentional? Sabine's drawing, beautiful art, comes from the top of the page. Then you have Charlotte's one, comes from the bottom of the page. And then you have Alice's, who has both. Does this have a meaning? I don't know if I'm gonna finish the other one. Not because I'm not liking it, because I read a little bit more of it yesterday and it kind of picked up, and not picked up, but I was like paying more attention. I was intentionally like, okay. And I'm like 100 and something pages in. So I'm gonna try and finish it now, today. I didn't think this one would take me so long. It took me 5 days. But it's just, well, 4, because I finished it yesterday. But I needed to savor every bit of it. So I was reading it kind of slow. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pick this up soon to reread it. Maybe not soon, but like during the fall this year. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? He says some thing that I find really interesting, and it is true, that people, most people, and I find this to be, I've been thinking about it, it is true. Most people, when they love something, they will not share it with you. Like, they will keep it to themselves. But there are other people who will gladly share anything and everything they know about the thing they love with you, because they like you and they want you to know their world. And I found that really interesting, really loving, really cute. I love when a person lets you into their world because they like you and they want you to know them personally through their actions or through their hobbies or through their job. It is Monday. The week is over. I've not talked to you guys since Friday. And I'm not even sure I talked to you about the pages I read that day. So I thought that for the outro of the video, I would talk to you guys about the weekend. I was not able to read a lot during the weekend. And I would talk to you guys about the whole, like, reading week. The total amount of pages, the average, the days I read a little bit more. So yeah, on Friday, I'm not sure if I talked to you guys about the amount of pages I read on Friday or if I just talked in general. So on Friday I read 101 pages of Young Mungo. I still have not finished this book, so I'm not gonna be able, well, I'll just talk about it in a second. Then on Saturday I read the huge amount of 0 pages. It was my mom's birthday on Friday and we celebrated on Saturday. So I spent the whole day with family and friends. I was not able to read a single page. I'm not mad about it either. I had a great time. And then on Sunday, it was much of the same thing. I spent the day with family, friends, and people that love my mom. So I was able to read a little bit, but not much. When I got home, and I read 51 pages of Yamango. That brings us to a total amount of 820 pages. I'm looking down there because I have it written down, because if I don't have it written down, I will forget. So, total amount of 820 pages, which is an average of 120 pages a day, which is honestly how much I read in a week. Usually there are days that I read more, days that I read less, days that I read a whole book in a day, days that I read nothing at all, like I did on Saturday. So I'm pretty happy with the result. I had never done one of these. I had never like calculated how many pages I read in a week, so it was quite interesting to see the days that I'd read more, days that I read less. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. Now, in regards to this book, I've not finished it. I have about 100 pages left still. And I think I talked to you guys about it maybe on Thursday or Friday, I don't remember. And I told you that I was like kind of like not into it a lot. I am into it now. I am into it now. I have not finished it, so I don't really know what's gonna happen. But I was reading this part of a book yesterday, and it turns out this is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, which I didn't know. Will one of them die? Is one of them gonna die? I don't know. I'm enjoying it a lot. As I said before, the beginning of the book was not catching my attention. I was not feeling it. I was not getting most of it. But maybe it was because I was reading another book at the same time and I was not paying so much attention to this one. Because once I finished the other one and I started reading this one by itself, I really got into it. So maybe it was that. Maybe it was just that the beginning was not as entertaining as it's being right now. Right now, things are happening with Mungo and the people around him. I'm hoping for some things to happen, and I don't want them to die. Because if it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling, that means both of them are gonna die. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want them to die. It's all going pretty well. The topics that it deals with, they are hard topics explained in a very easy way to understand through the actions of the characters and the way they speak, the way they communicate with one another. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't because I have not finished it. But I'm loving it. I'm liking it a lot. So far, from what I've read, I would give it 4 stars, but I have not finished it. Anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Honestly, I think I've found 2 great books in this video, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty happy about the amount of pages I read this week. I'm happy about the average pages I read this week. I don't know. I'm happy in general. So yeah, I hope I see you in the next one. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys in another video, probably.